Sounds familiar, doesn't it? With reaction, Republican Florida Senator Marco Rubio. Senator Rubio, your thoughts on the president's plan forward?
Well, first of all, the president's plan is not a debt reduction plan. The president basically is saying he thinks that instead of raising the debt over the next 10 years by $12 trillion, we should only raise the debt by $8 trillion. So that's the first thing I would tell you. The other two things we learned from his speech is that everything that's wrong in America is George Bush's fault, according to Barack Obama, and that the problem in our country is that people aren't paying enough in taxes. But, I mean, the speech was not a real serious public policy effort. I actually think that it sets us back in terms of solving the problems that we're facing here in this country.
Why? Because, you know, the first thing that I was thinking about, Senator, when I was listening to this yesterday was, wow, this is so partisan. I'm not sure this is going to help in negotiating a deal as we move forward to this debt ceiling, you know, this crisis that we're facing, and a vote. What's your reaction?
Well, the partisan stuff, of course, is unfortunate because we expected the president to lead, not to start his campaign yesterday. But putting that aside, it's not a serious proposal. How can you call it a debt reduction proposal when it adds $8 trillion to the debt? All he's basically saying is he thinks it's a bad idea to add $12 trillion to the debt. Instead, we should only add $8 trillion. And the way we should reduce it from 12 to 8 is by raising taxes on job creators. First of all, the plan won't work. And second of all, it's not even a plan. It's not serious. It's not a serious endeavor on his part. And it sets us back because it makes it clear this president's running for re-election. He has no interest in solving this problem.
Senator, you had considerable Tea Party support in your bid for the Senate. Will you vote against the budget deal?
Today's budget deal?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it takes us in the wrong direction. I'll tell you why. This is a serious, look, I've only been here 4 months now, but that's just long enough to realize how deep this problem is. I don't know what's wrong with people around here, but this thing's not going to solve itself. This is getting worse every day, and we're running out of time. We're either going to solve this problem or we're not. And right now, we aren't doing anything to solve this problem. And you know, this budget deal that was cut doesn't help solve this problem.
So you're talking about the continuing CR, and we'll see if it gets through the House, if it gets to you, and then the president will sign. Now let's talk about something else that was cut in the deal, that you get a chance to vote on defunding Planned Parenthood. What does that mean to you? What will you do?
Well, first of all, no program can't be untouched. This notion by some of my colleagues here that this program can't be touched, that somehow it can't be on the table, is absurd. I don't care what they do. There's no program in our budget that should be off the table in terms of looking at it and understanding whether it's justified or not. Second of all, we simply can't afford to continue to fund things like this. We are adding, you know, $12 trillion to our debt over the next 10 years. That's outrageous. I'm going to vote to defund it. And I have problems with what Planned Parenthood does and ultimately what the aims of their organization is. And it's not their stated aims, it's what they actually do.
But your real problem is that taxpayers are the ones who are paying for that. We got to leave it there, Senator Rubio, but thank you so much for all of your thoughts on those topics this morning.
Thank you.